Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the special board meeting of Wednesday, October 7th, 2024. I would like to start by acknowledging that the CVRD is on the unceded territories of the Cowichan, Malahat, Subasit, Halalt, Penelakut, Staminas, Liaxin, Palquichin, Dididat, and Pachidat nations who have walked gently here for thousands of years. I hope everyone had a good long weekend and was able to take some time on Truth and Reconciliation Day to reflect. And I'd like to also just say this is my first board meeting as acting chair. I ask for your support and patience if I happen to stumble along at all. And I would also like to wish a Shana Tova to all that celebrate Rosh Hashanah, wishing you a sweet new year. And with that, Ms. Ferguson, what's next?
Thank you, Chair. First on the agenda, we have the approval of the agenda. So we just need a motion to approve.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Chair. So next on the agenda, we have public input period, and bear with me as this is the first time I'm reading this. The public input period is to offer the public an opportunity to comment on the agenda item before the board considers the item. The public input period procedure policy allows for an allotment of 15 minutes where the speaker is welcome to comment on any item or items on the agenda up to a maximum 3 minutes. This excludes items that are or have been subject of a public hearing. Input from the community is valued and appreciated. We request that input is presented in a friendly and respectful manner. Your cooperation in maintaining a safe, respectful, and orderly environment is greatly appreciated. And I believe we have one in the gallery.
No input today? No. Okay, thank you. Moving on.
Thank you. So we're going to jump right over to staff reports. SR1 is a staff report from the Legislative Services Division regarding Shawnigan Lake Village Water System Service Establishment and loan authorization, results of the alternative approval process. And we have a large recommendation ahead of you.
And do we have Ms. Boyd with a bit of a presentation first? Go ahead.
Good morning, Chair, Board. I'm Allison Boyd, Deputy Corporate Officer, reporting from the traditional territory of the WSÁNEĆ people. First, I would like to thank the Utilities, Communications, GIS, Finance, Ledge Services staff, and as well as those who worked at Kerry Park and Shawnigan Community Centers for their time and input into this alternative approval process. It does take a team to host one of these, and I thank all of them. Before you are the results of the Shawnigan Village Water System Alternative Approval Process. The corporate officer has determined and certified on the electoral response forms received before deadline a result of 4.84%. This is under the threshold of 10% per the Community Charter, Section 86. As outlined in the report, 66 responses were received and 7 were rejected. Before you are a number of recommendations. My apologies. I know that there's a few bylaws to get through today, but this is to move the project along. And I can take any questions anyone has.
So before we go to a motion, are there any questions? Seeing no one in the room. Okay, we've got it moved. Do I have a seconder? Seconded. Let's have them read out, please.
Thank you, Chair. The recommendation is that the certificate of results confirming that the CVRD board may proceed to adopt CVRD bylaw number 4566, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Establishment bylaw 2024, and CVRD bylaw number 4567, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Loan Authorization for $3,200,000, bylaw 2024 be received. Number 2, that CVRD bylaw number 4566, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Establishment bylaw 2024 be adopted. Number 3, that CVRD bylaw number 4567, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Loan Authorization, $3,200,000 bylaw 2024 be adopted. that CVRD bylaw number 4607, Shawnigan Village Water System Temporary Borrowing Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading. And number 5, the CVRD bylaw number 4607, Shawnigan Village Water System Temporary Borrowing Bylaw 2024 be adopted. Number 6, that CVRD bylaw number 4609, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Area Reserve Fund Establishment Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading. And 7, that CVRD bylaw number 4609, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Area Reserve Fund Establishment Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Thank you. So that has been moved and seconded, and I see Director Acton online. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I have no questions, just a comment, if that's okay at this point. Just that, thank you so much to staff. I know that there was a lot of moving parts and a lot of people contributed to the success of this. And I think the part that really was exemplary was staff's willingness to make sure that everyone had their questions answered. There was just a constant stream of answering people's questions so that there was no misinformation. There was, of course, like anything, misinformation that was trying to be circulated about, you know, what it could mean and what it meant that the CVRD. So anyway, the whole process was very seamless, and then staff even added another information session because it seemed like there was still some new misinformation percolating. So I just want to congratulate everyone that participated in this as a staff member, because it was just so important that this happened. I think the community as a whole is very grateful that the CVRD now owns this water system and hasn't been put into private hands. And I think it's a huge win for community today for Shawnigan Lake. So thank you so much. And I'm really excited that everything has gone so well.
Thank you. Totally agree. Any other discussion on the motion? Seeing no other hands, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you. SR2 is a staff report from the Utilities Division, re-2024 budget amendment, include Shawnigan Village Water System budget, and there is a recommendation before you.
And does this also have a presentation at all? Nope. Okay. Question.
Moved.
Okay. Moved, seconded. Any discussion? And sorry, before we move to discussion, let's have it read out.
That the 2024 budget be amended to include a new function for Shawnigan Village Water System Service for the 2024 budget year, effective from the date of the CVRD acquisition.
Any discussion on the motion? See, go ahead, Director Acton.
Thank you, Chair. I'm just trying to recall it, but I believe that there was 6 functions created, or 5 or 6. Anyway, for this service. Is that what we're moving here right now? For the budget?
Ms. Thompson.
Thank you. So through the chair to the board. So there's 7 bylaws, I believe, created. So 1 function, but 7 bylaws have to be amended, and the budget amendment and the management bylaw amendment as well.
Okay, so sorry, my misunderstanding. I was kind of surprised to see that many. I was thinking it was functions that were being created for the budget, which of course is not, because I'd never seen that before with other water systems. So
Yeah.
good to hear. I've
So
got
this-
it.
This,
and it's
this
great
particular
that-
report is regarding amending the 2024 budget because the acquisition for the system is at the end of November, so we'll have 1 month operating the new system, so it needs to be included in the 2024 budget.
Thank you so much. And clearly that's a big time crunch, so thanks for making that happen, everyone.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. Thank you. Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you. SR3 is a staff report from the Utilities Division, rebylaw number 4610, Water Systems Management Amendment. The recommendation is as follows. 1, the CVRD bylaw number 4610, Water System Regulatory and Management Amendment Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading. And 2, that the CVRD bylaw number 4610, Water Systems Regulatory and Management Amendment Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? Director Morrison?
Apologies, yes. The first recommendation is before you first. That CVRD bylaw number 4610, Water Systems Regulatory and Management Amendment Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading.
Okay. Moved. Do I have a seconder? Seconded. Any discussion on the motion on number 1? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. Number 2.
Number 2 is that CVRD bylaw number 4610, Water Systems Regulatory and Management Amendment Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved. Seconded. Any discussion? I'll call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have our bylaws next. B1 is CVRD bylaw number 4611, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Parcel Tax Roll bylaw. We have 2 recommendations before you. The first is that CVRD bylaw number 4611, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Parcel Tax Roll bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading.
Moved. Seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries.
And the second is that CVRD bylaw number 4611, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Parcel Tax Roll bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved by Sierra. Sorry, I'm not looking on my screen. Seconded by Director Abbott. Any discussion? I'll call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries.
Thank you, Chair. So we will move down to question period. The question period is an opportunity to offer the public to ask a question regarding the business of CVRD. The question period allows for an allotment of 15 minutes and is comprised of 2 parts. The first is reserved for questions directly related to agenda items. If there is time remaining, questions may be on a matter of public interest related to and in the CVRD jurisdiction. Each questioner is permitted to ask 1 question plus 1 follow-up question related to the answer. The question must truly be a question and not a statement of opinion or speech. We request that your question is presented in a friendly and respectful manner, and your cooperation in maintaining a safe, respectful, and orderly environment is greatly appreciated.
Sorry, I just have a question. I'm just talking with Ms. Ferguson for a minute. Okay, so before we go to question period, I just had the question with SR1. We voted on 1 through 7 as a block, but we probably shouldn't have. So we're going to do it right. So Ms. Ferguson, I'll let you lead us.
Apologies. We're going to go back to SR1, where we need to vote on the bylaws individually. So we're going to receive that the certificate of results confirming that the CVRD board may proceed to adopt CVRD.
Point of order, Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
I think we best rescind what we've done so far
okay.
and then start over.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, yes, rescind SR1.
Okay, so I've got, it's moved to be rescinded, seconded. Any discussion on rescinding 1 through 7, right? Correct. Ms. Boyd, did you lift your hand up for a second?
My apologies. I should have did a point of order at SR1. Bylaws should be adopted in the order they're received. I do have to run for a flight. If we could, and my apologies, go through 1 through 7, and then we'll have to do the bylaws in order thereafter as well. We can't do an adoption of a bylaw that is borrowing or amending something before it's even established. Apologies, directors.
That's okay. So you're saying we need to do SR1, 1 through 7, and then B1. So we need to rescind all that first?
1 through 7, please. SR3, 1 and 2. B1, 1 and 2. That'll be rescinded and reread.
Better now than having to redo a whole meeting.
Thank you, board. And my apologies, I must go now.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Boyd.
Thank you.
So,
Amend the rescinding motion to include SR.
1 and 3. B1.
okay, so do you want to say that?
Move we amend the motion on the floor and include in the rescinding motion SR3 and B1.
So on the amendment
We need a seconder.
to the rescinding motion, we have it seconded. And so this is just on the amendment part. Any discussion or questions? Everyone feels clear? Okay, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Now on the motion to rescind, any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, motion carries. Okay, we are back to SR1.
We'll do them
Ms.
individually.
Ferguson.
Okay. Apologies. Okay, SR1, number 1, that the certificate of results confirming that the CVRD board may proceed to adopt CVRD bylaw number 4566, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Establishment Bylaw 2024, and CVRD bylaw number 4567, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Loan Authorization 3,200,000 bylaw 2024 be received.
I have a mover, seconder. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, motion carries.
That the bylaw number that the CVRD bylaw number 4566, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Establishment Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
That the CVRD bylaw number 4567, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Loan Authorization 3,200,000 bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, motion carries.
That the CVRD bylaw number 4607, Shawnigan Village Water Service Temporary Borrowing Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
That the CVRD bylaw number 4607, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Temporary Borrowing Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved, seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 6, that the CVRD bylaw number 4609, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Area Reserve Fund Establishment Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries.
Finally, that the CVRD bylaw number 4609, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Area Reserve Fund Establishment Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. Woo,
Thank you, Chair.
SR2.
SR3, yes. SR3, staff report from the Utilities Division, bylaw number 4610, Water System Management Amendment Bylaw. First recommendation is that the CVRD bylaw number 4610, Water Systems Regulatory and Management Amendment Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, motion carries.
That the CVRD bylaw number 4610, Water Systems Regulatory and Management Amendment Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Chair. On to B1. B1 CVRD bylaw number 4611, Shawnigan Village Water Systems Service Parcel Tax Roll Bylaw 2024. First recommendation is that the CVRD bylaw number 4611, Shawnigan Village Water Systems Service Parcel Tax Roll Bylaw 2024 be granted first, second, and third reading.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
And finally, that the CVRD bylaw number 4611, Shawnigan Village Water System Service Parcel Tax Roll Bylaw 2024 be adopted.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. It takes a village, folks. Really grateful for all the support around the table. So back to question period. And I've looked into the gallery, no questions. So what's our next? Motion
Just
to
looking to
adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn moved. Do I have a seconder? Seconded. All those in